I don't know how else to put this, but life has been feeling very boring lately. And not like in my personality or anything, but just like in the consumption. All I do is like other people's posts and live in other people's lives. And it's starting to get to me more than I thought that it would originally. And I need to try to make a change. We're coming up on starting school back again. It's been a 4-month summer vacation, my first time in college going through a summer vacation like this. And I've had so much extra time on my hands. And going into summer, I wanted to accomplish so much with that time. But in the end, I feel like I've just consumed too much. And I feel like my life has become very monotonous and boring. This video was prompted by today. I woke up with a very large list of tasks that I wanted to accomplish today to get myself ready for school to start back in a couple weeks, and to get a couple things ready to go for a trip I have coming up, and all of those sorts of things. And well, in the end, I just sat around a lot, like all day, and consumed constantly. I was hitting my screen time limit that I try to set up for myself by like lunch. And it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling anymore. It feels so mentally draining and so useless. And I don't know what else to do because life is such a consumer economy at this point. But that's not what we're built for as human beings. And I know the only way that I will find my creativity again is by getting off of social media, like entirely. Because I've tried the limits, I've tried the stuff on my phone and all that sort of stuff, but none of it works anymore. And I think what's gonna have to come is a social media detox entirely soon. But I need my creativity back. We all need our creativity back. Because this consumerism that we've had to play a part into in capitalism and the economy in the world right now is not good for us. Our creativity is dying, art is dying, content is dying, and it's all AI or whatever. And that's heartbreaking. It really is. And I feel it as somebody that loves to create, whether you like to create songs or just music or content like I do, or video production, or whatever the thing is that you love to create. You have to create that to feel fulfilled sometimes in life. And right now I don't feel fulfilled anymore because I can't force myself to create anymore. I have ran myself dry because I keep consuming more than I'm creating. And I have to find a way to get back to a place of creating more than I consume. Because an hour on my phone of scrolling compared to an hour on my phone of researching content or any of that sort of stuff, there's no comparison to those sort of things. Or in 2 hours of free time in a day spent on doing what you love compared to 2 hours of free time in a day scrolling on your phone, you're going to feel so much different after you create and tap into what's inside of you and what you've been called to do, what you've been called to create, and that sort of stuff. And without that creation, life feels boring so quickly. And that's what I'm starting to feel in my own life as I've completed my freshman year and moving into my sophomore year of college. I have to get back to that creativity that I felt for a very brief amount of time in my childhood before consumerism took over. But for that little bit of time, and that middle school kid, when this content creation and creation in general popped up into my mind and has not left since, I have to tap back into that. And whatever that creative thing is inside of you, you need to tap back into that as well. Because if you keep consuming and you keep feeling like you're living on this monotonous rat race, it's going to lead to a lot of problems, and art and creativity is going to die worldwide. So we have to find a way to dig down into ourselves and beat this problem of consuming too much. The reality is that me and you, we're not boring on paper. We're just out of practice of what we're supposed to be as human beings. We're supposed to be creative. We have been created to be creative and go do amazing things, and we have to get back to that. So as I wrap this up, we need to make a challenge, a call to action for everyone watching this and for me, to force yourself to not consume more than you create, because we have to get back to creativity. And I hope that you guys can tap into your creativity the same way that I'm going to have to hope that I can tap into mine, to start making progress, to feeling fulfilled and not the empty void and the thing that you need in life. So I hope that we can all get back to that place. Love you guys.